Welcome to Finding Holiness, where we delve into timeless Torah wisdom, revealing the sacred in everyday moments. Join us on a journey to elevate your spirituality and discover holiness in every aspect of life. I'm your host, Rabbi David Kadosh, and together, let's embark on a path of spiritual exploration. I hope you enjoy this next episode. Okay, Erev Tov. So we were talking about a situation where a person sees somebody do an averah. We said in the first case, especially if he's an average person that generally watches himself from doing a sin, so you have to give him the benefit of the doubt. Says halacha daled and klal daled. Aval im yira'eh lahen. However, if it appears to the people watching, she'achote yada et etzem isuro. Shimon is aware. He was aware of the averah. And he also committed the sin deliberately. He's holding the cheeseburger and he's eating it. Or such as where he's having forbidden relations or he's eating forbidden foods. Or similar sins which are well known to be not allowed to Jews. Then the halacha depends. If Shimon is a guy of average piety with regards to other mitzvot, who in general he guards himself from sin. People observe Shimon now eating this cheeseburger once, and he did it in private. He was just kind of like behind the corner. You would not be allowed to reveal Shimon's averah to others. Afilu shelo befanav, even if he is not present and not embarrassed by the revelation. V'amgale oto, and someone who does do that, ashom asham al zeh, he commits a serious offense. Ki ulai achoteh ha'u sham midarko hara'ah. Maybe this sinner Shimon, who ate the cheeseburger behind the wall, he already did teshuvah, and therefore he mended his ways. V'gona berayonav al zeh achet, and it's agonizing. He's sitting there really upset over this sin. Vehu nesu avon lifnei Hashem. And he is considered forgiven before Hashem. Because the primary factor of teshuvah is based on the remorse that a person has in one's heart. And if Reuven, who saw Shimon eating the cheeseburger behind the wall, goes and relates this to the public, Shimon's going to be disgraced in their eyes. Even though he has already regretted his action. And was forgiven. Therefore, Reuven, who's the wrongdoer, he's bringing attention to Shimon's misdeed, and he is guilty of a very serious averah. Not only that, Reuven should not even reveal what he saw to the rabbis of the city, the dayanim. Even if there is a second witness who saw with Reuven Shimon eating the cheeseburger. For if there is no other witness, it's for sure forbidden for Reuven to inform the judges of Shimon's case in all situations. Because judges are not allowed to believe what Reuven is saying when there's only one witness. Instead, they're just going to look at Reuven and going to say, you know what? You're a Baal Lashon Hara. Why are you telling me this piece of information? As we will write later on in Sifav. Reuven cannot tell the judges of Shimon's sin because there's no benefit in doing so by informing them. So what does Reuven have to do? He has to pull Shimon aside. Says, listen, I couldn't help but notice. I know you hid behind the wall, but I saw you eating the cheeseburger. He should rebuke him privately. Because he defied Hashem with his sin. And encourage Shimon to take precautions next time. Against the factors that brought him to this averah. So that he should no longer sin. Very important. Reuven, when he rebukes Shimon, should do it softly and gently. In order not to embarrass him. As the pasuk says, you shall surely rebuke your friend, but make sure you do not bear a sin because of him, because when you shame him. Everything that we wrote up until now about not revealing, reporting Shimon's sin to others, who afilu imhu rak adam benoni bishad dvarim, applies even if Shimon is an average person with regards to other matters of Torah. V'kol sheken imhu ish tamid chacham v'irech, certainly applies if Shimon is a big tamid chacham. Achata gavar yitzro alav, who now this time he was overcome by his yetzer hara. Bevadai avon gadol hu lefarsem cheto. It's certainly a terrible avera for Reuven to reveal and publicize the sin of a Torah scholar. Ve'asur afilu leharher alav. In fact, it's forbidden for Reuven to even harbor ill thoughts about it. Ki vadai asat teshuvah. For sure, unquestionably, Shimon has done teshuvah if he was a tamid chacham. Ve'afim yitzro nitchazek alav pamachat. For although his yetzer hara had the better of him this one time, nafsho maralo achar kach hazeh, he's distraught. His heart is fearful, is trembling because of the guilt that he feels. Like the rabbi said in Masechet Brachot, if you see a tamid chacham who sinned at night, don't even think about it the next day. For sure, this person has done teshuvah. He writes here in the Hagah below, everything that we wrote about right now, about not speaking about other people's sins, applies only if the matter will not be beneficial in preventing someone from transgressing in the future. If, by revealing the information, it will be beneficial in preventing someone from doing an avera, then you should share the information as from what you saw. Kegon, for example, Reuven saw a married woman commit adultery. On account which she's now forbidden to go back with her husband. Even if Reuven was the only witness to this act, he must reveal it to her husband, okay, in order to prevent him from now living with the unfaithful wife. By the way, he says this only applies if he actually saw the woman commit adultery. In which case, the woman becomes halachically forbidden to be with her husband because of the infidelity.
Does that mean that he would have to have seen the act?
Yes, that's what he's going to say now. But if Reuven just heard from other people about the incident, in which case she would not be halachically prohibited because you happen to hear that this is what she did, or he learned it through a different means. In that situation, it is forbidden to reveal the story of the infidelity to her husband, because halachically, husband's still allowed to be with the wife, even hearing of these rumors, and there's no toilet in revealing such rumors. Furthermore, even if Reuven saw the woman commit adultery, lo yegale rak imhu mesha'er she'efshar she'abal ya'amin lo kebeit reh. He should only reveal it when he knows that the husband will afford him credibility. He's going to believe him as two witnesses, meaning he's going to have full faith in what Reuven is saying. And therefore, he will separate himself based on the testimony. But if the husband is not going to trust Reuven, it's forbidden for Reuven to reveal the information, and it's certainly forbidden to relate the information to somebody else besides the husband. Let's just try getting on that level. Person sees something like that of adultery, they feel free to tell the whole world. You know what I saw? All right, that for sure is asur. Question is here: do we tell the husband? If the husband is fully going to believe and have full trust in what the person is saying, then he should. If not, then he says don't do so. Yes.
Wouldn't that be an avera to the guy looking at a naked woman?
What does one have to do with the other?
I'm just saying, so he's also making an avera.
No. Yes, you have an avera velo taturu acharei levavchem ve'acharei einechem, but that's not committing adultery. Committing adultery is the actual act of adultery, of having relations. All right.
Well, one thing is, halachically, is it that you see a person or a woman romantic with a man, or it has to be the full act?
It has to be the full act. It has to be the full act. Yes. Yes. That's the definition of adultery.
That's not avera.
What? I'm not saying the other thing is not an avera. It is an avera, right? But it's not the act of adultery, right? The act of adultery is actual penetration. That is what the act. That's the definition of adultery. Okay, we'll stop here. We'll continue Bezrat Hashem next time.